Columbus, Ohio. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Buckeyes are never satisfied, even though this team went 12-2 last season, perfect in the Big Ten until the Big Ten championship loss to Indiana. Ryan Day knows the Buckeyes have something to prove. They have got to rebuild and reload after losing some top talent to the NFL. But they have got Jeremiah Smith, and he is the best player in the country. They can build around this superstar. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the opening possession of the game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. When you've got quarterback play.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He breaks the tackle. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. It's Jackson. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He's got it.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it back looking for help. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So LSU's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. With the catch, it's Green. And tackled there by the defense. LSU right back to the line. On third down, here's Durham. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Zayin. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Levin. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Fires and picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Here's Sayin to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Sayin throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Sayin. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. Looking for room at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Running inside, it's Watkins. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy. They've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. right, say it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Got a little grass. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. There he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open, if you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sayin on the play action. Looking for space to the left. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Play fake, Sayin. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Rush is on him. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Watkins. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making.
Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground, it's Jackson. On his feet at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go play action with Sayin, looking for the end zone. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Coming out with it, it's Harris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Levitt. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wilson's got it. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. LSU right back to the line. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Go, go. Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The sure hands, it's Brown.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The give to Caden Durham. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Might be changing the route. Here's Sayin to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, ready. Wide, 3.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Scanning the field is Sayin. He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Got his man to the left. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that 1st down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th.
Well, it really just feels like...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll keep it on the sneak. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Berry. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Caden Durham. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to get...
Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Finds his tight end. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on third downs, you got to start thinking about routes down.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
To the air, it's Levin. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Gonna look downfield again. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Snagged out of the air. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Complete out left to Wilson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. LSU quick to the line. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grab near the marker. It's Green. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a...
Touchdown, LSU! Fit it in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. He's got the tight end. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really